Hey guys, so yesterday I went to see Murder on the Orient Express, and I was going to do a video then, but I kind of wanted to just let it sit with me for around 24 hours just to get a fair opinion on it. And after that period, I gotta say I'm still not really a fan of this one. If you aren't aware, this is the second movie adaptation of the 1934 novel of the same name by Agatha Christie. Basically, it revolves around a detective who gets sent to another country on a case, and by chance, all these people are on the train, and it stops in the middle of nowhere, and of course, a murder occurs. Um, Murder mysteries are great and all, and I kind of was hoping that this would be a little mysterious. I'm not really sure how different it is from the book or the other movie adaptation, because I know sometimes they like to veer off from the source material, but it's probably not even worth watching the old one for me or reading the book, to be honest. Not to say that it's not a terrible, terrible movie. There are some good aspects to it, but overall, I kind of just felt it was a little bland. But let's start with the good stuff. The good stuff really is the cast. There's Kenneth Branagh as the main detective, even though his mustache was way too distracting for me, even considering it was the 1930s. There's Willem Dafoe playing a professor. There's Michelle Pfeiffer. There's Penelope Cruz. There's Johnny Depp, Judi Dench, Daisy Ridley from Star Wars, Josh Gad, who's one of the best actors working right now. Hilarious guy, just really good in everything. And they all come together, and somehow they managed to get Johnny Depp out of the shadows. I'm not exactly sure how, but hey, he's there. Um, the other good stuff is, there's a couple of cool moments in there. Basically, just the who done it situation. You're kind of keeping um, your hands are just going nuts. You're kind of just like, who did it? Who did it? Your brain's going out of control. And there are a couple like reveals where you think it's going to be one person, you think it's another one, and then you're like, well, how could this person have done it? How could this person have done it? And then it all really builds up to what I thought was a really, really bad twist ending. I can see where they came with it, and like I said, I'm not exactly sure if that's straight from the book or they decided to do their own thing, but it was just kind of a cop out for me. It kind of left the mystery a little dry, and then I was just like thinking, like, really, they went there, mainly because there's like three things before it where I was just like, well, it couldn't have been him. It definitely could have been him. Couldn't have been them, but and then at the end, it's just like, oh, really? That's what they decided to do. Okay. Even though looking back at it, though, it kind of makes sense, and it really gives a hint right at the beginning when everything happens, when the crime is first committed, and it's right there basically in front of you. And even though it kind of dragged, frankly, the movie was just very boring. And I'm usually a huge fan of those like one location movies like Buried, ATM, Frozen, not the Disney one. Um, what's the other one? Phone Booth, Devil, all those types of movies that just take place in one location for pretty much the entire run period. And this was definitely one of the worst of those. I didn't really have high hopes for it, but like I said, I kind of just wanted to add another one to my list of movies that I've seen this year because I'm up to like 45 now. But overall, it's just very disappointing. Like I said, the cast is great, but that's about it. It takes like way too long to set up. There's like 20 minutes of what the hell is going on. I really wasn't paying attention, but it didn't really have much to do with the plot. And then it's just like blah blah blah. People get along with each other. You're not getting along. You're entitled to this. You're entitled to that. Oh, that person's rich. That person's not. Um, and then at the end, it's just like the very end. It's kind of like, okay, that's how they're gonna do that part. And it kind of ended maybe on a good note, I'd say. But the build up to that was just really really bad, and I'm not a fan. Maybe I'd watch it again. Probably not. If somebody else wanted to watch it with me, I would. But I found it disappointing, guys. If you're familiar with the source material or you like murder mysteries, give it a chance. Not everybody's gonna have the same opinions as me. I know that, but it was just dry for me. Daisy Ridley and Josh Gad were great. Kenneth Branagh, he is what he is. He's better as Gilderoy Lockhart. Let's just say that. And Judi Dench is Judi Dench, I guess. But go see it if you want. I'm not gonna recommend it, but it kills an hour and 40 minutes. and it keeps you guessing, and that's really the best part of any murder mystery, is it does keep you guessing for a while. So take care, you guys. Enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of it. No spoilers, please. But go ahead and take a look.